Yeah, people. Check out some cool merch over at the Sawa shop. Got the link pinned down there. Y'all see it spinning there on the bottom. Sawa merch shop. It's on Spotify. You know what I mean? Got a couple nice items up there. You know what I mean? Go check it out. See for yourself, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. We're going to get this started, man. Welcome to another edition of the Sour Hour Podcast, man. Brought to you by Killer Sounds, IG Mixtape Series. You know, I'm going to continue to give y'all good content. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody for supporting. All my sponsors that's been reaching out. I'm going to do a grab bag to 5 people next month. A couple items from the shop. Just open up some t-shirts, some dad hats. You know what I mean? A couple of bathing suits for the ladies. You know, I'm still creating, you know what I mean? Some ideas, things like that. You know what I mean? So y'all get a chance, go stop by the shop, man. Check it out, man. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think. But y'all know the ritual already. Get your Fronto, your Grabber, your Philly, your Dutchess, your Backwood, your Bar Marley paper, your instrument of choice, man. Roll up, board the plane, sit back and get high with me. Y'all already know. You know, got a good one for y'all today. Excuse me. So today's strand I'm smoking on is called Joker's Candy. It's a indica. It's a cross strand between white runts and jet fuel. 23% THC level. It's good for insomnia. People that know me suffering with insomnia. There is no bad effects from it. I didn't get no bad reviews from it as far as any negative vibes from it. Said it leaves you anxious and happy. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try that out. So if y'all ain't never try out Joker's Candy, you know what I mean? That's a new strand you need to try out. It also won first place in 2022 in Oregon's Weed Cup. That's a yearly event they do out there in Oregon around 420 weekend. Excuse me, around 420, April 20th. People that don't know what 420 is exactly. You know, got a good show. Got a good show, man. Got legendary DJ Kool joining us. Go tap in, you know what I mean? Talk to him a bit, chop it up. Took a look at some news today. So I see they fined Trump. Trump was fined $350 million that he got to pay back. And he was banned from running any businesses, in New York City for 3 years. So, you know, y'all tell me what y'all think about that in the comments. You know what I mean? Trump being fined $350 million and banned from running any business in New York City, New York State, for a total of 3 years. Also came across the Kansas City news. Look like, you know, shout out to them winning the Super Bowl again, back-to-back champion. And it looks like the day of their parade, it was a mass shooting. It looked like it was 2 juveniles charged in that mass shooting. Anybody that said about 26 people injured, 2 people dead from that tragic situation out there. Prayers go out to the family. And something else I came across, man. Something else. I came across something else. something else I came across. Keep enhancing, you know what I mean? Keep getting good guests come up here, great conversations. This is what it's about. This Joker candy is all right. This Joker's candy is all right. You know, it it got like a. You can taste the jet fuel if you're familiar with the jet fuel strand. You can taste it. You know, so the guests be here in about 30 seconds. And that's what it is, man. I appreciate everybody for supporting. Thank you for tuning in. Another edition of our podcast. You already know the ritual. Get your Fonto, your Philly, your Dutchess, your Grabber, your Backwood, your Bob Marley paper, whatever your instrument of choice is. Y'all know, roll up, board the plane, sit back, and get high with me. You know, we just went over some news. You know, check that store out. Check the store out, man. Y'all won't be disappointed. Got a lot of cool stuff up there. We still adding things, you know what I mean? So check the store out if y'all get a chance. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate everybody, you know. So this is what we doing here. Okay. Yeah, so the guest is pulling up now. Let me get this out of here. Okay. And we good to go. Again, y'all let me know what y'all think I should enhance. Anybody looking to purchase a home, check out K&M Platinum LLC. You could Google that name, K&M Platinum LLC. Put it in a Google search engine, look them up. It's a real estate investment firm. It's they got a lot of opportunity, you know what I mean, for first time homeowners. They got a first time home buyers program. You know, they're located in the DMV area. They do have some properties out in Florida, I believe. I'm not too sure what areas of Florida, so just reach out to them. You know, if they are serious, they are looking to relocate and purchase a home for the first time. I think it's good that y'all reach out to these people. You know what I mean? But without further ado, we're going to get the show started. Let's bring the guests up here. Peace, brother. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace, champion. What's happening?
Not much. So I'm going to let the people know who we got here, and we're going to get right into it.
All right.
You know what I mean? Welcome to another edition of our podcast, man, brought to you by Killer Sounds, IG Mixtape Series. We here. We got the legendary DJ Kool. How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed, champion. I'm trying to get my my camera situated, whereas I don't have to mess around with it while we're doing this interview. And it seems to not want to cooperate with me fully, but we'll work on it. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's a quick side note. Over the years, you know what I mean? I've been familiar with your sound. Been following what you have going on, and I just realized that you from the DMV area.
I'm from Washington, D.C., the southeast section of Washington, D.C. That's where you get that go-go influence in my music that you hear. Yes, indeed.
Okay. So for the people that don't know, you know, because I'm coming from by way of New York. So for the people that don't know about DC and and specifically Southeast DC, because I myself heard a lot of stories over the years about Southeast DC. So
Yes,
let
sir.
the people know what it was like growing up in DC, Southeast DC.
Well, I grew up in Southeast 60s, 70s, 80s, so it was much different then than it is now. Very tight knit community. You know what I mean? Everybody's parents knew everybody's parents. Um, it was one of those situations where if you was out in the street doing something that you had no business doing, I mean, now mind you, we kids at the time, so you out there doing something you ain't got no business doing. Somebody's parents seen you cutting up, you know, you was gonna get checked by them. They was gonna get in contact with your parents, and then when you got home, you was gonna get checked again. So that was just the way it was. I'm sorry, that's just the way it was back then.
And that's what these kids is missing. They missing that getting checked from the neighbor and the community in general.
Well, that's another whole podcast, champion, right there. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Um,
sir.
you know, first of all, too many babies making babies. So, they don't know them how to raise kids. They don't know anything about how to raise kids because they're kids themselves. Um, Situations going around whereas the parents are so busy trying to be their friends instead of their children's friends instead of being their children's parents. But once again, you're still a child, so you don't know how to be a parent. So it's deep, you know what I mean? But I think um, some of us veterans, we got to get a hold of some of these young parents and teach them parenting skills. Teach
Okay.
them how to be a parent. Teach them where to draw the line up between being a parent and a friend to your child. Or teach them how to get the respect of their kids early. And once again, this is just my opinion, but a lot of these parents do not have the respect of their children, and that's why they are here acting any ass kind of way. Because now you tell me, if you respect someone, it's only so much you're gonna do because you want to make sure that you I guess for lack of a better term, make sure you look good in this person's eyes. You don't want to look bad in
Present.
this person's eyes because you respect them.
Yes.
But if you
Yes.
don't respect them, it don't matter how they how they feel or
Yep. Going
so
into it or in coming out, they don't care. There's no sense. So,
right.
uh, so were you born in DC?
Born and raised, yes sir. Born and
Okay.
raised. I'm
Okay.
a James Washingtonian. I'm from what they call the old DC.
Okay. What was school like for you in DC?
Uh, it was cool. For me, I was heavily involved in sports. Um, Playing four different sports or being involved in four different sports. Um, Basketball, baseball, football, track and field. My primary sports were probably basketball, baseball. But then, I had music on the other side, so I guess that sounds very stereotypical of, kids growing up in the urban community. But I mean, that's what it was. That's what kept me out of trouble between the discipline that I was getting from my parents. You know what I mean? I was fortunate enough to be raised in a two-parent household. But my mother being the dominant one in that particular equation as far as discipline is concerned. But yeah, man, I had music and sports.
Okay.
That's what kept me out the streets.
Okay. So when did
And
you, man? I don't miss those. See,
yeah,
these kids don't know about the old fashions.
nah, they don't know nothing about that, man.
They don't know about picking the switch.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah. Hey, look, and if your parents are from the South like mine were, they're gonna make you go out there and pick that switch, and you better get the one that they want.
Uh huh.
If
Uh
not,
huh.
you're gonna keep on going out there until you bring back the one that you want. In some cases, they will tell you to get three of them, they braid them together.
And then, look, they don't understand the switch you got was depending on the level of the trouble you was in.
Exactly. Right. Right. Well,
Right.
I don't know. For me, it was all the same for my mother. She did. Hey, you in trouble. You in trouble. Period.
Okay. So
Had no cut
what-
call. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, 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 no. So when did you say, you know what, I'm gonna go with music. That's what I feel when you turn to music.
I would say 1977 is when I began in this industry. I was a mobile DJ. I had a mentor here first. I had a couple of mentors. One on, I guess, my DJ, which would be slash hip hop side. The other one would be on my go-go side. The mentor that I had on my DJ side was a guy named Maniac McLeod. And at that time in the mid 70s is when I first seen him, like 74, 75, something like that. It was in the clubs. Uh, it was him and everybody else. You know what I mean? And that is non-debatable for folks that were here around that time that was checking for club DJs and whatnot. Maniac
So
McLeod.
he was DC based.
I'm sorry.
Maniac McLeod. He was DC based, or
Yes.
okay.
Yep. And on my go-go side, obviously, just like for everybody that's a part of the go-go community, it would be Chuck Brown.
Chuck Brown.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I'm familiar with the go-go sound, but I'm not hip to it. So I just relocated from New York to the DMV area.
Okay.
And now the sound is growing on me.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tap into that sound? Because to me, I'm not putting y'all into comparison, but whenever I hear of DC go-go, it takes me all to New Orleans.
In a particular type of way, but a lot of people, a lot of your old school people from New Orleans tell me that we were the ones that influenced their bounce music sound. Now you got to understand, go-go music is a live form of music. It is funk music essentially. You know what I mean? If you think about the group Trouble Funk and listen to a song like "Drop the Bomb," listen to the keyboard lines in that. That ain't nothing but Bernie Worrell from Parliament Funkadelic. They're using the same keyboards like Prophet 5 and, and the Move bass. That's all Parliament Funkadelic. It is funk music that is heavy on the percussion. And we got those percussions from Latin music. Chuck Brown being an old jazz and blues man, but he also spent some time with a Latin band called Los Latinos. And that's where he got the use of all the percussion instruments that you hear in go-go. But it is live music. The same way hip hop was live at first before sampling came in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, because my sister, she went to Howard University, for 4 years. And when she used to come back up to New York, she's a go-go. And we like, yo, what you listening to? And she's like, yo, you don't know. One year I came down for Howard homecoming, and the nightlife was just like, oh man, this is
so
what
you got that. She took you to the go-go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's where you get it at. The live thing is live,
and it was so different, but everybody, it was like nothing was lost. You know what I mean? It was just I was in a different setting. Everything was still the same vibe, the same tempo, the same. It was just like, okay, so this is what's going on here. Okay, let me see if I could. So eventually I ended up coming down, getting the tap in. I do DJ myself.
Okay.
So, I'm just out and about, just trying to make something of it. So you said the 70s, that's when you got into the music scene. Did you go with the go-go side first, or was you well-rounded with the music?
Music overall. I mean, I'm a very big funk music fan, but I like anything that sounds good. Like I can go from anywhere from Elton John to Lil Jon. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at as far as my musical compass is concerned. But first and foremost, DC, excuse me, has always been a live music town. Even before go-go, it was always about funk music. You know what I'm saying? And R&B music. Even if you listen to a lot of Chuck Brown records, a lot of his records are cover tunes of old my goodness, excuse me, jazz and blues songs. You know what I mean? Run Joe. If I'm not mistaken, that's Calypso. You know what I mean? Daylight coming, I wanna go home. Calypso record. I think Harry Belafonte recorded that record. A lot of his songs had a jazz and blues background, and he just flipped it. He put the percussions, put the pocket over it, and gave it a whole different. You know, he gave it this. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get into the track I know that's worldly known. You know, this track was top 40 US out of top 100 Billboard.
Mm-hmm.
This is top 40, and then overseas in the UK circuit was rated one of the top 10 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Let Me Clear My Throat.
Oh, you know what? I'm bugging. I'm thinking you're talking about doing the butt because we was talking about go-go and whatnot.
I'm on you. I'm on you.
Okay, that's what's up.
So, you know, for me to do my research and to see that magnitude, not only was you top 40 within the States, but abroad, you top 10 with that song, Let Me Clear My Throat. What was the creative mindset on coming with that?
Man, to make a long story short, that was one night in a club. In the concept, right, was one night in a club in Richmond, Virginia, that happened by total accident while I was playing the 900 number. I was about to say something to the crowd because I'm that DJ slash MC. You know what I mean? So I'm going back and forth, but I'm also on the mic at the same time. You know what I mean? Essentially DJ Hollywood, or who Maniac McLeod was. He would be Maniac McLeod. To speak about him briefly, he would be the equivalent to your DJ Hollywood.
Okay.
Exact same thing. DJ slash MC. Nah, man, get ready to say something. I coughed, and to kind of play off the fact that I was up there about to choke to death, the first thing that I could speak, that I could think of to say, I guess spontaneously, was "Let Me Clear My Throat," which you know is a line from the Beastie Boys. The rest of it was just a bunch of improvisational stuff that I was doing, once again, to throw the crowd off of the fact that I was up there about to die. So and I was playing this particular club every week. I had a little residency there in Richmond, Virginia. Shout out to Steve Branch and everybody at Ivory. The very next week, people was coming in. Cool, you gonna clear your throat tonight? You gonna? I say, man, what was you talking about? Oh, what I did last week. Yeah, why not? So I recorded the song 20-Minute Workout, which uses a sample from Dougie Fresh, I'm Getting Ready, which was played by Rare Essence, while we talking about go-go here. Recorded live at the club, and I also recorded a snippet of what happened when I was doing whatever I was doing over the 900 number. The record came out. I got a call from a air personality that was working in Philly at the time at Power 99, who went by the name of Don Mystic Mac. He calls me and say, "Cool, you got these people going crazy over this go-go thing up here in Philly." He was talking about the 20-minute workout record. But then he says, "I don't know what you doing over that 900 number, but every time that thing come on, boy, people is bugging. You need to come up here and see it." They had this big show at the Core State Center. Shout out to DJ Rand, who was playing intermission for the show at that time. Probably well over 16,000 people in this place. He's rocking. He throws on what later became "Let Me Clear My Throat." Threw on the snippet. Place went crazy. Little light bulb came on rather, above my head. I came home, made it a song. My manager, Walt Reeder Jr., shout out to him. "Cool, I got a show for you up here in Philly. You need to come up here." I said, "Well, you know what? I'm gonna record "Let Me Clear My Throat" live. I don't want to tell nobody." So basically, we just recorded the live show. Record came out. And to make a long story a little bit shorter, the rest is God's blessings, and I guess history to some.
So, well, excuse me. Let me clear my throat.
Yeah, me too.
So, was it at that club, the Bahama
Bahama
Breeze in
Bay,
Philly?
yes. It was a
Bahama
place
Bay.
at the time, Bahama Bay, yes. They had set up a like a beach party type situation on the parking lot. They brought in all this sand and they had volleyball nets. It was crazy. They said they had over 5,000 people at that show that day. And we just did a live performance. Nobody knew that we were recording. I just did the show. So basically, let me clear my throat is the live performance that I put on that particular day in Philly at Bahama Bay.
That song, that song touched so many genres of music where they do they beat to those vocals. So you hear the I want to say the Latin beat, but it's that worldly sound beat that uh it's not far from bachata, but it's not the boom bap. But the vocals is I'm like, okay, okay. To where the younger crowd heard it over a Jersey beat.
Mm.
Jersey got that bounce, 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 bounce.
Mhm.
You know, even if it's 6 bars from the song.
Yeah, a lot. It has been used honestly in a lot of different genres of music. So I thank all the DJs for that, especially the EDM DJs, the Baltimore club DJs, and just like you said, with and the Jersey club music DJs, which that music ain't nothing but Baltimore club sped up a few more BPMs. It's the exact same thing. Um, and any DJ that had an idea that they got off of that song, I mean, I humbly thank them for that. Shout out to Crooklyn Clan. These guys told me one morning at breakfast. Was it DJ? I think it was DJ Riz that told me. He said, "Cool. The reason why we came up with that AV8 Records thing that we had was because of what you did off of Let Me Clear My Throat. We was cutting your vocals up and putting them over different breaks and whatnot, and making party records for DJs." He said it started from you. I was like, get out of here. He was like, yeah, man. He said even the way that they started working with Fat Man Scoop and Scoop will tell you himself. Um, the same thing. He says that Dougie Fresh and myself, we are his number one and number two influences as far as what he does. He had never made live records before, but yeah, MCing in clubs, hyping the crowd up. He been doing that, but he said, I never thought you could record that. Yeah, you can record it, you can do it live, and people will enjoy it. So, yeah.
And it's crazy you say that. Speaking of Fat Man Scoop, because you could hear the similarities in the sound. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So to get that knowledge you just built born to me, that was cool. That was
Yeah,
cool.
super, super love it. Yes, indeed. So we just went platinum with that record. I don't know if you know this. We did. We finally hit platinum status back in October. Um,
Congratulations.
thank you, but that was supposed to happen back in well, technically '97, but we ran into some record label bureaucracy. I would like to say that was going on at the time between my current label that I was signed to, which was American Records. Shout out to Rick Rubin from Def Jam and Warner Brothers, who
Warner
were the
Brothers.
distributors. Yes, who were the distributors for American Records at the time. They split up. We had already went gold. We went gold in 2 months by the time we signed to American, from what I was told. And next thing you know, the situation happened between American and Warner, and essentially I got set on the shelf. And for those who may be those viewers who may not understand what that term means, it means that I cannot release any more music. I could record as many songs as I want, but they will not release any music because of whatever's going on business wise with with the company that
And
you're affiliated.
it wasn't even with you. It was between them two.
Yeah,
But because
so
of
I'm
that,
in
you
the
caught
middle
up.
of it. The bureaucracy. You know what I mean? And so I was on the shelf from my goodness, from 96. No, I'm sorry, 97 till 2003 is when I finally got out of that situation. I have not been signed since. Have I wanted to be signed? Yes, but to be honest with you, I kind of did not take my own advice in the fact that I kind of let that break my spirit for a moment, just a brief moment. So I wasn't excited about being signed at all. I did have brief moments of still wanting to record music, but it just, I don't know, man, just kind of, I don't know,
Like
kind of
them
knocked
the
me off a
execs.
little
I
bit.
already know how these execs done me already. So you know what I mean? Yeah, it's
Hmm.
to this day, and that's why they so hard pressed on these artists going independent now. You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
and those are the reasons. You know what I mean? Doing, and it's crazy you say that. Even in that time, that kind of stuff was being done. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
people not knowing and not really understanding the business.
Hmm.
Get caught up, and a lot was built off of friendship. A shake of a hand meant so much, not
Oh yeah.
knowing that these people done got papers. You
Hmm.
know, we spoke, we shook hands, everything cool. Now we in the office and he's presenting papers to me that I had no idea about. Now I'm stuck.
And see, for me, like technically, all my business was straight. Thank God to my management, my lawyer, and everything. I've always been that guy to make sure that I've had proper representation. But it's just like you said, it didn't have anything to do with us.
Mm-hmm.
It was between these two companies who I happened to be a client of one of the companies. And it was crazy because um, American wanted to take me to Def Jam with them, and Warner was like, "Nah, we gonna keep him." So when I heard that, I'm like, "Well, hell, I got a gold record. I'm about to, I'm on Warner Brothers now. We about to really go now." Nope,
Yeah,
it happened like that. Cause so essentially, Warner probably has some stuff going on that they're not gonna talk to us about, cause you know what I mean. So it just happened like that. But to make a long story short, in 2022. I had an opportunity to do an event at the RIAA headquarters, which is right here in DC. And I was talking to all the higher ups about my situation with the record, and they were like, man, you have an extremely huge record. As a matter of fact, your record is bigger now than it was when it was out currently. Meaning now we got streaming going on because remember back in the mid to late night, well, no streaming. There was no such thing.
mm-hmm.
So we're going to do an investigation. The investigation took a year, which technically was essentially an audit. You know what I'm saying, of all these situations. Uh, and then I got contacted by a buddy of mine, just kind of arbitrarily. You know what I mean? Like, who your record that went platinum? All right, get out of here. What are you talking about? He said, man, son, go to the RIAA website. It's right up there. So I looked. I seen it there. I checked my emails. They had already emailed me, telling me, giving me congratulations and let me know that the record was now certified platinum. So, but it's crazy because everybody in the street, man, that's crazy. We thought you was already double, triple platinum already. I'm like, you know what? Hey, from your mouth to God's ears, keep on saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because the numbers don't stop. But right
Yeah,
now, it's platinum.
and definitely. What I thought, if it wasn't for those hiccups, it was probably diamond status. That's right. So like you said, from '96, we in 2024 right now.
That's right.
That record's
27.
been played in every club at any night the club was open.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank
That's
God.
definitely a part of every DJ's set,
Thank
hands
God.
down.
Even if it ain't but a snippet of it. Like I'm appreciative.
That's one of
Um,
those sounds.
well, I tell you, I tell people all the time, and I don't know how familiar you are with any of my music before then. I could probably fill you in at a later time, but I've been releasing singles since 1986. My first single was a song called "The Music Ain't Loud Enough." Um, I've had a song somewhere on the top 100, just being on between two independent labels that I was a part of. since '86. I had a record every single year. '86, '87, '88. Around '88, I almost got signed to Def Jam with Russell Simmons. That's another long story for the next podcast.
Okay.
But it didn't happen because of him. Hove, rather Jay Z and Dame Dash was trying to get me to come over to Rockefeller in '96, '97. Couldn't do that because I just got signed to American. Um, Bunch of things, man. Diddy was trying to get me to come to Bad Boy. That was probably like '03 because I had a record. I flipped It Takes Two, by Rob Bass, the one I did with me and Scoop and whatnot. And that didn't happen because of something that Diddy was going through, the Shine situation. And he lost his distribution through Arista because of that. It got real messy. And then, what happened to Shine and all of that. So, yeah.
So I even seen you worked with the great wrestler, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh boy, rest in peace to that cat right there.
Like like I said, I did my homework, so I came across. I'm like, wow.
Shout out to my man Khalid. He is from here, but he has since relocated to Tampa, Florida, where he was living at the time. And he was like, "Cool, man, I got this record. I want you to," and he does production and studio engineering. He was working for a company called Big Three Records at the time. And he's like, "Cool, man, I got this record I want you to do with Macho Man." I'm like, "Macho Man? I'm like, is he Macho Man?" He's like, "Yeah, man, get out of here." Because you know how much I love, Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm down there and I'm looking at this dude and, oh, my God. He was exactly like you seen him in the ring. He sounded the same. One of the better people, God rest his soul, but one of the better people, man, that you could probably ever meet. He was just a good dude. I had a ball with that cat.
Yeah, R.I.P. Macho Man Randy Savage. He got an album out. It's called "Be a Man."
Yep.
So like I said, I did some little homework, digging it. You know what I mean? I appreciate you for joining us. You know what I mean? To have this conversation. When I reach out, you didn't hesitate. You know what I mean? I appreciate that 100%. I'm gonna continue to be tapped in with you. You got a major event coming up, CIAA weekend up in March.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the people about that before we go.
Friday, March 1st, I'm doing a thing called DJ Kool's Big Go-Go Day Party featuring Rare Essence. Basically, what I'm doing is, there's a few things I'm doing. One of the first things that I'm doing, first and foremost, is trying to continue to do my part to keep Chuck Brown's legacy alive. That is important for all of us that are a part of the go-go community and anybody who is a part of the culture that was born out of go-go music. Because if it wasn't for Chuck Brown, it wouldn't be go-go. Period. Chuck Brown is, if I may come off a little bit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can I ask this? This is because I don't know. Is Chuck Brown part of the Backyard Band?
No. Chuck Brown is the godfather. Chuck Brown is to go-go what Bob Marley is to reggae.
Okay.
I got you. Chuck, man, he is transitioned. Chuck transitioned in 2012. Okay. Once again, if it wasn't, well, it wouldn't be no Backyard Band if it weren't for Chuck. It wouldn't be no EU, Raz's, Trouble Funk, none of that. Period. If it wasn't for Chuck Brown. The band EU from the song Doing the Butt, they started out as a rock band initially. Chuck was like, stop playing that and start playing this.
Oh, okay.
And go for ever since. Everybody is here go-go wise because of Chuck. He is the foundation. He is the rock. He is the pillar that everything is built off of. So I'm doing it for that, as far as to once again helping to continue his legacy of the music that he created. But the other thing is, I want to replicate this broadcast that I've been doing for about
Tuesday,
3 years. I'm sorry.
the broadcast you do on Tuesday nights.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
What I call the Tuesday night turn up. It actually started as Monday Night Live. I did it as Monday Night Live for the first year, and then excuse me, and then I got the traveling so heavy, and I wasn't home on Mondays anymore for a moment, so I had to move it to Tuesdays, and now I renamed it as the Tuesday night turn up, which is just as and obviously you've seen it before, at least once. I'm playing 80s and 90s go-go. Some of it is stuff that has been recorded. I have to be kind of careful with that because a lot of those songs have been registered and they'll hit you for those songs. So I try to
Yeah.
lean more towards the PA tape stuff, like the real raw stuff. And a lot of people that are familiar with the music and some that aren't is familiar with the music really enjoy it because the familiar people is giving them time, is giving them an opportunity to reminisce. The
And
people that aren't
reflect.
familiar, it's an educational experience for them. So yeah, big go-go day party. I'm playing
That's
number
cool.
go-go, bring a Rasmus on. Yeah. Friday March
So
day party.
yeah, I was thinking about making my way up there. You know what I mean?
Come, man, come through. Show your boy some love so I can see you in person. You know what I'm saying? I can put you on my list. I can put you plus one on the list. You just got to text me. You know what I mean? Like what name and you plus one.
I got you. Yeah, we're built.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something that I was looking at. Like, yo, you know what? Just to so I could get familiar because I've been here 3 years and I got booked for a party in Fredericksburg, right?
Okay.
It's high school going to college, so they're having a college party.
Okay.
I asked them as a DJ, is there anything specifically y'all want to play? No, All right. Me not knowing the go-go sound. I'm here. I'm doing everything that I'm doing. Party going good. Boom. They say, where's the go-go at?
Ah.
Huh? Oh. And
let me call DJ Kool.
I downloaded something real quick, but from a DJ perspective, I was shell shocked, like a disappointment. You know what I mean? Like how I not have that in my crates. So I've been shopping, I've been picking up, I've been listening to the sound. You know what I mean? Getting familiar with it. It's definitely something to groove with.
Well, I tell you, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said it's definitely something to groove with.
Oh, for sure. Now, the other thing that you're probably going to come across while you're playing it this way, go-go has what I like to call a derivative sound that is an offshoot of the actual, I guess, the pocket sound of the 80s and 90s that these ones are more particular to, I guess, for lack of a better term. It's called bounce beats. All right. So you have groups that are specific to that particular sound. It is no different than the what is the word I'm looking for? Let's say the difference between boom bap sounding hip hop and the trap music sound that is put up under the umbrella of hip hop. It's the same type of dynamic. You dig what I'm saying? But it's a different time signature. Your standard, I guess, from a musical perspective, your standard 80s, 90s pocket beat sound is 4/4 time signature. Your bounce beat time signature would be somewhere between 2/4 and 3/4 time signature. They use a lot of 3/4 time signature in jazz. You know what I mean? Or if you was playing in a marching band, a lot of them call it halftime and all that other kind of stuff. So 2/4, 3/4, as opposed to 4/4. So it's gonna give you a different kind of, you know what I mean? Your older crowd is not too partial to the bounce beat. That's more for I can listen to it for probably about 5 minutes, and that's enough of that. It's too, to use the Chuck Chill Out term, it's too nervous for me. It's some nervous sounding music to me.
Is,
Shout out to
is,
Chuck Chill Out.
is, is the bounce, would you say, trying to be what I want to say, like a replica to the go-go for the younger? Just to get
That's exactly what it is. Your
okay.
younger crowd gonna want to hear that bounce beat. They want to hear groups like TCB, CCB, Reaction Band. Who shout out to Reaction Band. I like them a lot. XIB. And the energy of it is almost like punk rock or something. It's very it's very aggressive and whatnot. Once you have to be there. You know what I'm saying, to experience that. It's a whole different feel from that pocket sound that you get from that 80s and 90s. You know what I mean? Sound as far as go-go is concerned. But yeah, it is a different. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you a question. What's your top 5 go-go bands?
Well, for me,
all time. I'm gonna go all time. Top 5 all time, and the top 3 newcomers. That's
all right. Well, for me, that's going to be your founding fathers. Is going to be in this order. It's going to be Chuck Brown, Trouble Funk. It's going to be Rare Essence, EU. You said top 5. I guess I'll throw Junkyard in there, and Junkyard Band would be what we would call the leaders of the new school. All right. So they start bringing you into groups like Backyard Band, who is the number one. Well, Rare Essence and Backyard, they kind of running parallel right now. But I would say for the younger audience, Backyard would be number one. TCB, once again, they're the kings of the bounce beat sound that we're talking about. And maybe, I don't know, maybe CCB or maybe Reaction. Just like I said, I like Reaction a lot. They seem to be hot with the youngers and whatnot. So I'm gonna say Chuck, Trouble Funk, EU Rare Essence, Junkyard, top 5. That's period. And then after that, I'm gonna say Backyard. I'll say TCB, and I don't know, either CCB or Reaction. Let's say I'm gonna choose Reaction. Could be wrong. I'm not really that well versed in the bounce beat world, so yeah. But outside of, I'm sorry, without Junkyard, the first 4, that is your foundation. Those are the that's where you get all the founding fathers of go-go. Chuck Brown, Big Tony from Trouble Funk, James Funk / Lil Benny. It was 2 different people, but for Rare Essence, and Sugar Bear from EU. Those are the legs, you know what I mean, that the foundation rests on as far as go-go music is concerned. And Chuck Brown is the main pillar. Okay. He's the main beam, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Period. That is non-debatable. Now, the bounce beat thing, once again, that might be, I don't know. I think I'm real close. But as far as the actual pocket sound or the 80s, 90s sound where this whole thing, started at, those 4 groups right there, that is a non-debatable fact. Period.
It's coming from you. I'm not down it. Coming from you, I'm not down it. So, you got anything else coming up that people should know about?
I do a lot of stuff with the NBA. Shout out to my man Dino from Dino Entertainment. He is my pro sports booking agent. I actually have 2 booking agents. My main booking agent / manager is Walt Reeder Jr. Big Block Entertainment. He books everything else, but Dino books all my sports stuff. So I do a lot of halftime shows, not as a DJ, but as a performer. Come out, do 6 minutes at halftime, do a couple of songs and an intro, and we good. We back to the game. Okay. Still get the same money that I get if I was on a regular show. So it's a beautiful thing. So shout out to Dino. Love you for that.
And it's different arenas, or is it like one particular?
Different arenas, man. Like I know at the end of the month we got an Indiana game. I've been to just about every. I've done just about every team. You know what I mean? Haven't done LA yet, so I haven't got a chance to see LeBron in person yet. I think the last game that we did, which was last part of like when the season first started, last year, what have you, or was it this year? Anyway, it was Wemby. Got a chance to see Wemby, one of his first games.
Okay. San Antonio kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So again, I appreciate you for joining us. I'm a DM you. I'm gonna stay tapped in. I'm gonna make it out there to come to the event in March at
Yep.
CIAA weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send my info and everything, and we go talk. You got anything? Let the people know where they can catch you at on social media, and we take it from there.
That would be legendary DJ Kool DC on Instagram, Facebook. I mostly live on Instagram. If you want to really, you know, find me as far as the internet is concerned. Um, I do have a Facebook account, but I'm not really active on it. And the only reason why I have it, excuse me, is because at the time when I joined, when I was actually joined GoGo TV, they were going through Facebook at the time. They did not have the capabilities to go through Instagram like they do now. And so I had no choice but to get a Facebook account. But all of my main traction is for real friends on Instagram.
Okay. So there you have it, people. The legendary DJ Kool, the man behind the masterpiece that's known worldwide.
Thank you, man. I
Let me
appreciate
clear
it.
my throat. You know what I mean? It been mimicked, it been
Once
sampled,
a day. Make sure you do that at least once a day. You know what I'm saying?
and platinum record. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
So salute to you. I appreciate you for joining the show. We go talk. And I salute, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. God bless. Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you. Peace.
Mm-hmm. Peace.
There you have it, people. You already know what it is. Good conversation, man. Shout out to the whole DMV, DC, Southeast. You know what I mean? Legendary DJ Kool. You know what I mean? He just enlightened me on the whole DC scene. As far as that whole go-go music culture, you know what I mean? What artists, you know what I mean? So it was a great conversation. You know what I mean? People, you're out there. Don't forget, check the store out. You know what I mean? We got a lot of good stuff up there. Please go check it out for yourself. And let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna put it up here again. Y'all see what's going on. Sour Hour Shop. We got merch. You know what I mean? It's a lot of cool things up there, man. So you know what I mean? Y'all go check it out. Let me know what it is, man. Next week, tune in. Y'all already know what it is, man. Peace. Y'all already know I'm high. I'm on the plane.